Hello and cześć. Welcome to the Warsaw Narrative, the first English language podcast about the history of Warsaw, the capital of Poland. My name is Tomasz Panasiak, and since this is a brand new channel, I would really appreciate the support. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Warsaw is truly the mermaid capital of the world. While visiting Warsaw, it is almost impossible not to see a mermaid. From the numerous statues, with the one in the middle of Old Town being the best known, to street posts, taxis, and official city documents, you will see this fish tailed symbol of Warsaw everywhere. Now, let's talk about a man who needs no introduction, and I apologize for my pronunciation in advance because his full name is very difficult to say, so I'm going to take it very slow. And it is Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno Crispiniano Maria de los Remedios de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz Picasso, or Pablo Picasso for short. Today, let's find out what brought the Spanish master to Warsaw and how this world famous artist is connected to the mythical creature of the mermaid. It was August 1948, 3 years after World War II ended. Picasso was invited to the World Congress of Intellectuals for Peace in Wrocław, Poland. He also visited Warsaw to see the reconstruction of the capital. On October 3rd, Picasso was taken to what is now the intersection of Deotymy and Sitnika streets to see new family apartments being built in Warsaw's Wola district. At the construction site, Pablo was shown around by the lead engineer, Halina Pongowska-Czyżyńska. According to Halina, Picasso was very grateful for the tour and wanted to give her a drawing as a gift. Halina, of course, knew this drawing would be of great value. However, she only accepted a signature from Picasso, stating that her honor as host did not allow her to accept the drawing. To play a joke on Halina for refusing his drawing, Picasso quickly went into an unfinished apartment on the ground floor, stopped at a wall by the main door, took out some black chalk, and drew a rendition of the Warsaw Mermaid with Halina's face. After, he turned to the surprised Halina and said in French, Pour vous, madame. Of course, Halina could not take the mermaid with her, but that's a heck of a practical joke to play on someone. Normally, the Warsaw Mermaid is holding a sword, but you will notice that in Picasso's version, she's holding a hammer. As a pacifist, Picasso could not bring himself to draw a sword, especially since Warsaw was rebuilding itself after the war. While it was all in good fun for Picasso, the story of the mermaid is not done yet. After the apartment was finished, a husband and wife moved into their brand new home. They were told by the administration that they will be living with a work of art, and that they have an obligation to protect it. Can you imagine their reaction as they opened the door and the first thing they saw was Picasso's mermaid? Look, honey, we have a Picasso on our wall. Dear, you wouldn't know a Rubens from a Jackson Pollock. It's probably nothing. However, it was not nothing. What started as a source of pride for the young couple soon turned into a nightmare as news spread across Poland. More and more people started visiting without being invited. Sometimes 300 to 400 people a day would visit unannounced, dragging in mud and dirt into their house. One time, the leader of Poland's Communist Party, Bolesław Bierut, along with his followers, came to admire Picasso's mermaid. The constant attention and visits were too much, and finally, in 1953, after several attempts by the couple, the building administration agreed to have the mermaid painted over. After 5 years of being on that wall, the mermaid was actually in pretty bad shape, and parts of it were beginning to fade. Picasso used chalk, which is not the most durable material, and the drawing was never really protected or preserved. Sometimes the mermaid was covered with a carpet. One day, in September 1953, after permission was granted, a construction worker with a ladder and a big bucket of white paint came into the apartment to start his work. To add insult to injury, right before he started to paint, he took a look at the mermaid and said that his brother in law could have painted something like that. To make things even worse, the next owners, not wanting to have visitors coming to look at the wall where the mermaid used to be, had the plaster removed, making the destruction of the mermaid complete. While the mermaid is gone, she is not forgotten. 66 years after she was painted over, in 2019, the current owner of the apartment had two artists recreate the mermaid on the same wall and in the same size of 1.8 by 1.7 meters. This time, instead of chalk, they used acrylic paint. We are not done yet. Let's go back to 1948 once again because there's still one more mermaid created by Picasso during his visit in Warsaw. Yes, one more. After painting the first mermaid, Picasso was invited for dinner at the home of Stanisław Towiński, who was the mayor of Warsaw at the time. During the dinner, Mrs. Towiński had the idea of presenting the family album to Picasso and asked him to draw something inside. In my experience, wives have the best ideas and are also never wrong. Of course, being a grateful guest, Picasso obliged Mrs. Towiński and drew another mermaid holding a hammer similar to the one he drew on the apartment wall, this time much smaller, being 21 by 29 centimeters. This version survives somewhere in a private collection. Currently, it is not known where, but plenty of reconstructions of both mermaids are available online and in souvenir shops. So, the next time you see two different Warsaw mermaids drawn by Picasso and you are not sure which one is which, please remember this one small detail. The apartment mermaid has nipples, while the family album mermaid does not. I hope you had a whale of a time with these mermazing stories, and we will have other fish to fry next time. Take care.